Right, so here we have the bits that I need. A little bit of already oxidised mesh, some wire, I can't remember exactly what, I think it's 0.2 camphil, one or the other. I'm not really too clued up on what they are. I mean, I didn't order these, I got both sent from Mark MG Johns from the Vapor Trails team. So thanks again for those, Mark. Right, so obviously, you know, we're here to change the wick and coil from a silica wick and coil to a mesh wick and coil. So the first thing I need to do, if you can hear any bleeping, I do apologise, that's all my emails coming in on the devices. So obviously the first thing I need to do is unscrew the little heads and then take out the old wick, which is very easily done. I'll just get another tissue because I'll need one as I'm going to keep this nice and clean as I'm going along. So basically the idea is to sit the mesh in between these two posts, which when I was explained how to do this seemed fairly easy, but this is the first time I'm going to do this. So let's see how it goes. So first of all, I like coils that are anything from 1.7 to 2 ohms, and I'm guessing what I'm going to need is about 4 wraps for this. So, I mean, I can cut this down. I've got about 1.5 centimetres of the mesh wick at the moment, but I can cut that down if it's too long once it's in place. So I'm just going to measure up and guess where it's going to go. Just put right, and I'll get my wick and start to coil it. Like I said, this is all pre-oxidised, so I'm lucky I don't have to do any major preparation for it. Okay, so there is the coils. I mean, it should look neater when it's in there, and I can adjust it as well. Okay, now the tricky bit is getting this actually centered in. Right, because I've been told one of them will have to go, instead of going through the actual hole, it will need to go underneath the head of the screw and the screw fully tightened down. So the bottom lowest part, if you can see it, will be going pardon me, will be going through the hole on this side. So I'll just get that in. Come on, in you go. And sit that in. And I'll screw that down. So if I line this up now, so it would be like so, I need to wrap this piece here around this head and screw the head down instead of going through the hole. So I'll give this a go. Like I say, this is the first time I've done this, so it could be rather interesting. And there goes another email. And another email. Popular tonight. This is a little bit fiddly. Seems rather loose to me. Okay, let's try that. So then these spare bits, you can just, well, you're meant to just be able to waggle them and then they break away. These bits here, there you go. Right, and as you can see, I've got quite a bit of spare wick sticking up, so I'm just going to snip that off with a pair of scissors. It's just gone flying across the room, and I'm left with something like that. That's 4 coils. So the lowest coil has actually been put through the hole and tightened up, and the top coil has actually been wrapped around the screw head, which has pinched it down. Because if you was trying to put that through the bottom hole, no chance. Okay, so let's stick this on the Preveri. Get a little bit of juice. And we can check if it fires. Well. See if, I believe you've got to look for hot spots with these. Oh, I've got an E8 error. And now an E1, whatever that is. I think that's telling me there's a short. Just check the coils aren't touching and try again, because it worked straight away. Weird. Now it's working again. Right, so let's check the ohms while it's working. what's that saying, 2.1, 1.6. Okay, well, we're working again. Put a few drops in. On with the drip tip. Let's just see how it vapes. Rather well. So there you go, just a quick video showing how you can change the Big Dripper from a silica wick setup to a mesh wick setup. Bear in mind, like I say on the video, that was the first time I'd done that. I have to thank Mark Jones from the team on sending me some pre-oxidised mesh and explaining how I should do it. I think it went quite well, and it was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. If you have one of these type of devices, if not this one, say something like the Phoenix or the VH Dripper, they're all very similar. Well, near enough exactly the same. It's the same process for those, and I'm sure a few others that I don't know of that's on the market as well. I said in the video, you know, I like anything from around 1.5 to 1.8, I believe. And the reason for that is so I can use it on my little Touchwood Mini, which is a standard 3.7 volt device. And in that ohm range of a coil, it's usable. Anything higher than a 1.8, I feel you need to start using a variable voltage device and get it up to at least 4 volts when you get into 1.8. And obviously I'm interested to see how the flavour, throat tip and the vapour, you know, the whole experience with the mesh compared to the silica wick. Now, I've only just recorded that video about an hour ago, and I'm going to be using this now. I'm going to have a few more days on this before it comes to the show. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue using it, and I will give you, you know, a live update in the studio. Just a couple of things I do want to mention though is about hotspots. If you check it and you get a hotspot, it could be a case of the coils are touching, they're too close. Just space them out. You saw with me on the video, I nudged them around a bit with the screwdriver, just because I saw one trying to glow a bit. So that can be one cause. Also, if your mesh isn't fully oxidised, it can create a hotspot as well that way. So just nudge it away from that part of the mesh and check it, and it usually sorts itself out. So that's it really. Like I say, I'm going to continue using this now for the next few days, and I'll give you a live update in the studio. Thanks so much for watching.